Hey there, nostalgia lovers! Welcome to Nostalgia Area. The 1970s, the decade of bell-bottoms, disco, and some of the most unforgettable TV shows ever made. We all remember gathering around the tube for the warmth of the Waltons, the groundbreaking laughs of All in the Family, and the dynamite energy of Good Times. These shows weren't just background noise. They were part of our lives, reflecting on a world that was changing fast. But what if the real story, the one with all the drama, was happening after the cameras stopped rolling? On screen, we saw heartwarming moments. Behind the scenes, a completely different show was unfolding. These series defined a generation, but the secrets they kept might just wreck your nostalgia. And trust me, once you hear about the sitcom star locked in a separate room to film her scenes, or the comedian who literally walked out mid-show, you'll never look at reruns the same way again. Today, we're peeling back the curtain to uncover the unbelievable true stories of the shows that made the 70s. From shocking cast feuds to production chaos, this is what happened when the cameras were off. First up, All in the Family. This show lobbed a grenade into the safe world of sitcoms by tackling racism, feminism, and social inequality head-on, all through its lovable bigot patriarch, Archie Bunker. It was a cultural earthquake, forcing uncomfortable conversations into living rooms across America.
You're gonna have to check me into a rubber room.
Oh, wait, that's funny.
I was coming up. I'm talking, Edith.
But the biggest shouting matches weren't always between Archie and his meathead son-in-law. Sometimes the real fight was between star Carroll O'Connor and the network. During the show's 5th season, a contract dispute got so heated that O'Connor actually walked off. Producers were left scrambling, writing 3 whole episodes to explain Archie's mysterious disappearance. Imagine turning in for Archie's rants and instead getting 3 weeks of "Where's Archie?" It was basically the 70s version of a Netflix cliffhanger. Rumors swirled that Norman Lear planned to kill off Archie and replace him with Stretch Cunningham. Not true, but O'Connor did make sure Stretch didn't stretch too far. Actor James Cromwell later claimed O'Connor had him written out for stealing laughs. Clearly, the fights for respect on that set were just as fiery as Archie's on-screen tirades. Meanwhile, Sanford and Son gave America a hilarious look at a working-class black family. Redd Foxx's portrayal of the grumpy, heart-attack-faking Fred Sanford was comedy gold.
Oh! I think I'm having a heart attack.
But behind those fake heart attacks, Fox was giving NBC some very real ones. At the height of the show's success, Fox discovered Carroll O'Connor was making way more money. So during season 3, he walked out in a salary dispute. NBC panicked. Their star was gone. They hit back with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit and wrote Fred Sanford out of the rest of the season. Only Redd Foxx could fake a heart attack one day and give NBC an actual one the next. Things got so heated that one rumor claimed Fox showed up to the studio with a revolver. True or not, NBC eventually caved, gave him a raise, and he came back. His co-star Damon Wilson was so loyal that when Fox later left for good, Wilson refused to continue in the spinoff The Sanford Arms. Turns out, off-screen loyalty sometimes ran stronger than scripted family ties. Spinning off from the All in the Family universe was Good Times, a show praised for its raw look at a black family in Chicago's projects. But behind the scenes, a bitter feud was brewing over the show's direction. The tension centered on J.J. Evans, played by Jimmy Walker, versus the show's matriarch, Florida Evans, played by Esther Roll. Roll signed on for a serious social drama. Instead, JJ's goofy antics and dynamite catchphrase made the show lean more toward comedy.
Hello, lucky person. You got the number right, because you are talking to Kid a Dynamite.
Roll and John Amos, who played James Evans, hated it. Roll didn't hold back, telling Ebony magazine he's 18 and he doesn't work. He can't read or write. He doesn't think. Ouch. That's the kind of review you don't come back from, especially when it's from your TV mom. Walker admitted his relationships with Roll and Amos were distant. Amos was eventually fired after clashes with producers, and Roll left after season 4. She came back for the final season, but the family unity fans saw on screen was miles from reality. Turns out the real good times were happening everywhere but backstage. If you're enjoying these behind-the-scenes stories, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments which 70s shows you love the most. And if you're a die-hard fan of 70s TV, check out the links below to some amazing DVD box sets and memorabilia. Now, back to the drama. Few shows captured the breezy, slightly scandalous vibe of the late 70s like Three's Company. But the biggest drama wasn't in the apartment, it was in the paycheck negotiations. Suzanne Somers, who played Chrissy Snow, discovered her co-star John Ritter was making double her salary. When season 5 rolled around, she demanded equal pay. ABC not only refused, they decided to make an example out of her. What followed was one of the strangest punishments in TV history. Somers couldn't be fired outright, but she was banned from the set. Escorted by a police guard, she filmed short phone call scenes alone, which were then awkwardly edited into episodes.
Jack, the most wonderful thing happened to me yesterday. You're just gonna die when you find out about it.
Well, Chrissy, that's great. What is it?
Oh, I can't tell you.
So yeah, Chrissy was still on Three's Company, but basically in sitcom witness protection. The move wrecked her friendships with Ritter and Joyce DeWitt. Somers and DeWitt didn't speak again for 30 years. Proof that in Hollywood, the real slapstick isn't always on camera. Even the fun, feel-good shows had hidden struggles. On Wonder Woman, Linda Carter became an instant icon.
You slipped up. That's what usually happens at the beginning of the end.
But when she landed the role, she had only $25 to her name and was about to move back home. Her starting pay? $3,500 per episode. Not exactly superhero money. Meanwhile, over on Happy Days, Henry Winkler, the Fonz himself, was battling undiagnosed dyslexia. He struggled so much to read scripts that he improvised during his audition. The result? The smooth-talking Fonz we know today.
Mystery.
Mystery.
That gets your blood up, huh?
Yeah, where'd you hear an expression like that?
But execs hated his leather jacket. They thought it made him look like a criminal and pushed for a windbreaker instead. Gary Marshall had to argue the leather was safety gear for Fonzie's bike just to keep it. Can you picture the Fonz in a windbreaker? More uncle at a barbecue than king of cool. And finally, the Waltons, the show that was the very definition of wholesome. With its "Goodnight, John Boy" sign-off, it felt like the TV version of a warm hug. But the cast's real lives weren't always so clean-cut. Ralph Waite, who played John Walton Sr., battled alcoholism and admitted he felt like a fraud at the family table. Michael Learned, the beloved Olivia Walton, also struggled with drinking during the show.
Mama, I've never seen you look like that. You look beautiful.
Never saw the like. I never felt this way before.
And Ellen Corby, sweet Grandma Walton on screen, was actually feisty and outspoken, often clashing with writers. So yeah, good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, crippling self-doubt. From contract standoffs and creative feuds to personal struggles and fights for equality, the truth behind our favorite 70s shows was often more dramatic than the scripts. These series gave millions of viewers comfort, laughter, and escape. But for people making them, the set could be a battlefield. And maybe that's why they're still unforgettable. The magic wasn't just in the polished episodes, it was in the chaos, the clashes, and the humanity behind them. Want to rewatch some of these shows? Check out the links in the description. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a look back in time. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay nostalgic.